Hello, everybody. Welcome to my mighty channel. This is again I'm a singer eternal voice. This time we will be able to discuss about biochemistry and biochemical engineering. But wait, I have to take my coffee first. Oh my gosh. So before going further to our topics, I may show you the fruit. I forgot the name of this fruit. This is granada in Bisaya term, right? This one. I love to eat this one, but I don't want to take in the seeds, only the juice for this. This is granada, right? What is the English of granada? I don't know. Very, this one, rich in vitamin C. Okay, citrus fruit. Okay, so our topic is mainly about this also because this is a plant, right? And then we know that the plant, you know, absorb oxygen from the environment. Okay, like that. So this is very related to this, and of course, this kind of plant have the leaves, have the roots, have the stem, like that. And normally, it receives water day by day. Okay, like that. And then this must contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the substance found in this. It's very helpful to produce energy as a source of glucose of all living organisms. It's the main source of energy to all living organisms to survive. Okay, like that. Okay. So there are two processes for this. Later I'll be able to discuss to you. Okay. Wait for a while. Shh. Oh, Granada, right? Actually, that's a whole Granada. Okay, I cut that in half. See, Granada. I forgot the English term about this fruit. When I was young, I always ate this food in our place. But in our place, only very small, not like this. But this is very big, right? Try to connect it to one. This very big Granada. I forgot also the research the name of this fruit. I love this fruit too much. Really, the juice is very delicious. Okay, so one of the sources of citrus, uh, is also citrus fruits, and one of the sources of ascorbic acid. Okay, 6 atoms of carbon, 8 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Okay, ascorbic acid comes from or mainly from citrus fruits. Okay, like that. We don't have to discuss about citric acid, ascorbic acid, because we have now another topics, okay? But please don't forget to all my discussion you've learned previously, okay, in the past, because it cannot be denied that would be related also to the topics I'll be able to discuss now, okay? Especially organic chemistry and organic chemistry related to biochemistry and biochemical engineering, okay? You see, very good. Okay, this is example of a citrus fruit. Okay, and I have also here lemon. Okay, lemon is very important. Okay, to prevent any type of viruses that will come in our respiratory system. Okay, like that. This has a pH of I think so 2.2. Okay, the acidity of pH as a juice, of the lemon as a juice, as a pH of a juice. Okay, it's very acidic to point to. So that's why all viruses or bacteria that will come to enter in our immune system, especially going to the respiratory system, will die for the very, very first time because of acidity factor. Okay, and of course, this is full of antioxidant. Okay, like that. It can boost our immune system with this lemon. Okay, and this also is an orange. Orange has the most uh, high content of ascorbic acid or vitamin C. Okay, orange compared to lemon. Okay, but this is more effective to fight against viruses, bacteria like that. And I don't know also because I never researched about Granada. This one. Okay, berry. So you have three types of fruit, and I have also another one which is I think so. This is limoncello in Bisaya. I forgot the term for this. Also, gosh, this one. This is limoncello or a lime fruit. This is more smaller compared to those other citrus fruits, right? But these are rich in vitamin C also, but I cannot determine if this vitamin C found in this lime fruit is or limoncito is greater than those orange, lemon, and granada. These are also good juices, okay? You squeeze and then you found the juice and the vitamin C. Bingo, ascorbic acid. Oh my gosh. Ascorbic acid is for, to prevent inflammation of different, organs inside our body, like that, or try to heal any type of diseases in its initial stage. Okay, before it will become big, so it will be healed gradually if you have rich vitamin C. Okay, especially full of antioxidants. Okay, like that. I told you a while ago, these fruits are, rich in unsaturated fatty acids. Okay, like this. Good for maintaining the heart condition and good also to reduce and eliminate the high level of low density lipoprotein, which is the cholesterol, and it can also lowers the level of triglycerides, which is mainly the body fats in our body or fat constituents in our body. And this one, yeah, I have almonds here, okay? Almonds are rich in monounsaturated fatty acid, okay? Along with, canola oil, olive oil, okay? Soybeans, okay? All kinds of nuts, I think, are monounsaturated fatty acid. Good for the heart because it contains oleic acid. Remember, oleic acid for the maintaining the good condition of our heart and try also to eliminate cholesterol. Almonds. This is also can improve our immune system. Oh my gosh! I gathered all my fruits here beside me. Oh my gosh! I have milk. Milk is rich in protein and rich also in vitamin D, calcium, and also niacin, vitamin B3. Okay, like that. Okay, for strong bone growth and development with this milk. Even though this is a saturated fatty acid, okay, it's an example of saturated fatty acid, but this contains uh, high levels of protein, vitamin D, calcium, vitamin B3, niacin, like that, okay, for the bone development or growth of the bone, okay. This is also contained fat. See, as you can see, full fat, okay. Okay, so this have also vitamin D. If you are not exposed to the heat of the sun in your daily lives, because sun has vitamin D, right exposure, then you can, drink milk every day because it contains vitamin D also. Okay, but the disadvantage only is having, full fat. But it doesn't matter as long as you perform your physical activities, exercises, or you sweat a lot. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, and you do a lot of physical activities in your home. In your room, it will not matter also. Okay, because your metabolism is working very well for that. Okay, full fat. See, this is milk. Okay, rich in protein. Okay, like that. Okay. Okay, guys, I have, juice. This is a packaged juice and a processed juice. Okay, uh, they're telling that this is a mixed fruit drinks, but actually this is not good for the health. Okay, only fresh juices. Okay, comes from citrus fruits that you squeezed it and transfer it in your cup or in your glass. Those are juices that are helpful. Okay, good for your health. But this kind of juices are packaged. Okay, or processed. Even though the bottled juices are not good also to the health if you drink that excessively. Okay, it tastes so sweet, but the health benefits are not very good to our health. But actually, there are nutrition facts. See, a lot shown on the other side. Okay, let's investigate. Oh my gosh, total carbohydrates is 12.50 grams. Oh, see, there is added sugar, which is 11.33 grams. Okay, so no, so this is not good already because there's fortification sugar are being added for this. Okay, like that, and 6.66 milligrams of vitamin C. Okay, and then if you try to compare the vitamin C you will obtain to this orange, this is more higher. If you directly peel the skin of this orange and you squeeze and you will obtain the juice, it's more good, fresh, and okay, very healthy for human body. And this one is added sugar is not good. Okay, okay, that's why I discourage to buy this kind of juices also, especially the bottle juices also are not good. Okay, there are preservatives for this. Okay, like that. Okay, you can also have your mixed fruits, and you will buy a lot of fruits, and then you will open the skin one by one. Okay, peel it off, and then you can have or you can have a machine or equipment mixer. Okay, juice mixer, and then you will use that one to produce a mixed fruit drink. Okay, but not like this. This is not already fresh. This is bottle juice, no, packaged juice or processed juices. Okay, like that. I will return this to my refrigerator, but still I have to drink this one. It doesn't matter because I do the regular physical activities and it will just release in my system. Okay, no problem. Okay, because we also need sugar. Okay, like that. It could be either hyper or hypo. Hyper meaning over dosage, and hypo is no lower dosage. There is also effect if you have low sugar in your body, right? But most of the individuals are having higher sugar content, okay, in their body, or their glucose in the blood are higher than it is low. Okay, usual cases. Okay, because majority of the people all over the world loves sweet taste. Okay, understand? That's why usually high level of sugars. Okay, it's also very seldom that this individual have a very low sugar level. Okay, or, or very low glucose level in the blood. It's always going to be up, above, something like that. There is also instances, I think so, but not common, very rare, okay? Especially the world today is fortified with, delicious foods, yummy foods, sugary foods, sweetie foods like that, and we are not aware what are the effect of eating more sugars like that, and it turned out to be deadly, okay, if over consumption or eating those sugary substances, sweetie foods in an excess manner, okay? And this is one of the example. Oh my gosh. So this is related to biochemistry because these are all plants coming from the plants. Okay. We produce food from plants, right? Okay. Or we produce juices from plants also. Okay. So it's related to biochemistry and biochemical engineering. And I don't think for any other introduction that I use this technique before going to my discussion because I am not a biochemist and I'm not also a biochemical engineer. I am only chemical engineer. So there's quite difference because the word bio. Okay, we are not really focused on the word bio. Okay, meaning life. Okay, because in chemical engineering are referring to the processes, physical and chemical separation processes like that, and more on the reaction, not necessarily to bio or to plants and animals. Okay, like that. So biology is the branch of science that deals with the study of plants and animals. So in our study in Bachelor of Science Chemical Engineering, we are not focusing on the human life, okay, plants and animals. Okay. We are touching the chemistry of that, but not really on the detail regarding life. It could be plants and animals, microorganisms, like that. So that's why I keep on, adding knowledge by, reading some information about that. Because I want also to learn to combine biology in chemical engineering and chemistry. It's not enough that I'm only focusing on chemistry, physics, and, chemical engineering. Because there's a lot more excitement regarding to biochemistry and biochemical engineering. Okay, especially in the medical science, okay, in the epidemiology, okay, physiology, okay, in the relation with anatomy of human body, and also for beneficial also in agriculture, okay, like that, and in biotechnology, okay, related to health, okay. So not really purely on the processes, okay? That's why most of the biochemical engineers and the biochemists are having they graduated first in Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, and they had shifted to that profession later when they are working now in for example, in the food industries, okay, in the healthcare industries, okay, in the what else? In the medical science industries, in hospitals like that, okay? In the research also, okay? Research work, particularly scientific research, okay? Like that. And technology, biotechnology, something like that, okay? So here I have to introduce to you one of the, not really that worst or deadly food. Deadly food talaga siya. No, it's not. Because if you drink or if you intake in excess only, okay, this one is a cola, okay, cola, okay, this cola contains caffeine, okay, caffeine is leads you to dehydration. The more you drink cola, the more the water from your body expelled, okay, the more you are thirsty because this is a dehydrated substance. Okay, you will be undergoing a dehydration process in your body, and because this contains caffeine. Okay, and this caffeine, if too much, is also not good to our brain, our human body. I mean, okay, like that. Okay, this contains again, always explain a million of times. This contains diluted phosphoric acid. Okay, You may wonder why always have phosphoric acid. Because phosphates is related to that. Okay, we will never survive in this world if no phosphate. Okay, phosphate will comes in during the natural reaction which is called photosynthesis. Okay, so before we can get energy, okay, from the plants, there's an addition of phosphate ion group, okay, to a molecule of a certain chlorophyll from the plants, and then by using the energy of the sun, so converting light energy to chemical energy. So that's chlorophyll comes in. So there's phosphate addition there. So it looks like this is a catalyst in in terms of natural uh, light reactions from the sun. Okay, because there are two, right? The independent light reaction and dependent light reaction. Okay, in biology, as you can remember, uh, Calvin cycle, right? That is an independent light reaction. But the natural light reaction is, of course, to the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this contains phosphoric. There's related for that. Okay, that's why most of the soft drinks have that component. It's not why sulfuric acid. Okay, it's always phosphoric acid because of the word phosphates. The natural process, okay, phosphate group will be added, okay, like that to the process of the what we call as food to phosphorylation. Oh my gosh, like that, meaning to say the addition of energy from the sun plus this phosphate group introduced in a molecule, okay, by using the energy of the sun. Okay, so in that we can obtain energy, which is mainly the adenosine triphosphate. See, phosphates are there naturally. Okay, so that's why there's related that most of the foods having phosphate contents also. Okay, and our body also have phosphates. Okay, if we investigate our kidney, okay, there's a lot of phosphates remain in the gallbladder also. Okay, because coming from the adenosine triphosphate comes mainly in the chlorophyll, the green pigment of the plant, which is responsible for the photosynthesis. Oh my gosh, something like that. It looks like deeper and higher biology, right? But I'll research that one because I'm very interesting for that. Okay, it's human survival, really. Okay, if you know that aspects, that's really survival, and you learn, okay, around you. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like that. Okay, so this is not discussed properly in chemical engineering also. Okay, and in chemistry. So the pure discussion biology, if you're taking best biology, and if you have a biochemistry subject, because biochemical engineering also is not more like that. Okay, it's more on the technology, something like it. Though basically the savings of the word bio, okay, biochemistry, biology, and biochemical engineering. But the biochemical engineering is more on the bioprocess engineering, okay, like that, okay. So meaning to say biology based on biological engineering, okay, like that. So studies of the same study also field of study regarding viruses, cells, protein, and biological substances, but to determine the optimal growth, okay, to determine the optimal condition of the growth or the inhibitor that kills them and stops them, okay? Meaning to say the behavior of those substances are being studied by biochemical engineers in the laboratory, something like that. So the optimal growth to determine the optimal condition of the growth of those substances and what are those also that can stop them or kill them, meaning inhibitor. In chemistry, we have two types, right? Inhibitor and the catalyst. So those terms could still be used in biochemical engineering and weapons for biochemical engineers. Okay? So most of the best biology graduates and chemical engineers will fuse into one profession or career as biochemists and biochemical engineers. Very more exciting, right? the addition of biology. Oh my gosh, like that. And biochemical engineers also conduct or perform laboratory experiment also, okay, to observe the interaction of raw materials, okay, with each other in its specific environment. Okay, when we speak about specific environment, that means habitat, right? We need to consider the temperature, physical factors. If we speak about the environment, first of all, the environment of the fishes, okay, the aquatic environment of the fish, okay, like that. What else? Or any fishes or any creatures in the sea. That's their habitat, the sea. Like that's a specific environment, meaning if it's in the sea, if it's in the land, if it's in the air. So normally the physical factors would be considered are temperature, pressure, humidity, volume, concentration. That would be like that always. Okay, the parameters. Okay, so in a laboratory, we will okay, they will have experimentation for that. Okay, interaction, raw materials. Okay, that's more on the biochemical engineering, but biochemistry is more really on the study, not necessarily doing conducting experiment, more on the investigation of the principles, theories, and study between biology and chemistry, something like that. Okay, so there's something a lot on my mind I cannot explain, because too boring also because especially those viewers right now or audience that are not really concerned with sciences, okay, because their courses are administration, accountancy, they are not also into science, right? They're not interested in this. But my point is really is because this is very helpful to our health. Okay, so health, when we speak about health, health is wealth. This is regarding with human survival. Okay, so this is, I think this is the most important course. Okay, because you combine health and science to survive in the world. And in that, you can determine what are those techniques, methods, and medicines that you'll be able to utilize so that you can prevent those adverse human health effects. Okay, could it be acute diseases, acute sickness, or chronic diseases, or like that, blah blah blah, so on. So there's a relation. Because if your course are purely on administration or accountancy, you're dealing with money, and you can survive without money. I tell you frankly, okay, you can still live without money because the nature can make us alive. There's water, there's direct food, the organic food, the air. Even though we don't buy foods in the fast foods or in the store, we can survive really by just water and in taking the fruits. Okay, natural fruits in the environment, in the garden, something like that. If you have garden, okay, you can survive. What I mean is you can survive without money, but you cannot survive without science. Okay, that's very clear. You cannot survive without chemistry, without biology, without physics, but I can survive without money. Okay, that's only, but if we're talking only on the minimum level, okay, minimum level of survival. So yeah, try to be natural, always like this. With regards to the nature, to the Mother Earth. Really, even though you will drink water, you can survive for at least how many months without any intake of, solid substances. You can survive because as I told you, water contains two atoms of hydrogen and atoms of oxygen also. Okay, blah blah blah, so on. So my God, and you air, you breathe the oxygen, blah blah blah, and other, biological substances and chemicals in the environment. Okay, it will react inside our body. You can survive also even though you are not taking the food you buy from the market, like blah blah blah. Okay, like that. Okay, because the world of today, so many processed foods, baked foods, so those will accumulate in us in our existence. For example, for 60 years, 40 years, 30 years. So that's the point there. Okay, like that. And if we not concerned with the reaction, not reaction, the relation of anatomy, physiology, epidemiology, biochemistry, biochemical engineering, chemical engineering, physics, like that, and you will be lost, something like that. That's why a lot of people suffers a lot very big diseases, crucial diseases or chronic diseases, but they are very rich There are billionaires, there are trillionaires, but their problem only is their health. See, they have all the money in this world, but their health suffers. Okay, so that's the relevance why we need to know about pure sciences in combination with technology, new technology. It's gonna be like that always. And some applications of basic mathematics, because mathematics will not be removed from science always because we have scientific law, scientific theory. Okay, how can we have that laws if we are not having the equations? Okay, equations and formulas to to validate our theoretical assumptions. Okay, scientific research, blah blah blah. Okay, so scientific theory, scientific law. Okay, so those are very very important. So going back to my topic, which are biochemical engineering, biochemistry. Okay, like that. So ganon. Okay, wait for a while. Gosh. Oh, I'm showing to you now all the foods and drinks in the refrigerator. Okay. I have now what do you call this one? Oh, it's written in Arabic. I cannot understand. Oh, light meat tuna in sunflower oil. Wow, perfect. Sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is a polyunsaturated fatty acid. It contains linoleic acid that composed mainly of omega-3 fatty acid and omega-6 fatty acid. Omega-3 fatty acid is good for the heart and it improves blood flow circulation and try to decrease the level of cholesterol in our body. That could mean the LDL, the low density lipoprotein, will be slowly eliminated and expelled from our excretory system like that. It could be in the form of a sweat, urine, saliva, or stool. It's 2 different types of wastes, okay, that will be released from our body. So this sunflower oil is having a linoleic acid. Okay, it's very good for our heart also. There are also acids from plants and animals that are having multiple application. Okay, because linoleic acid also is applicable as what I told you a while ago. Previously, it's applicable in cosmetics like that, personal care products, lotion like that, moisturizer for the skin. So that is the other application of linoleic acid, but the other application also in the health. So there are a lot of acids also have a multiple applications, not only one. Okay, so that's the power of chemical process industries. Okay, so different application of different processes, especially the food and drink. So we have subjects for that also in chemical engineering. Okay, like that. So the applicability of this linoleic acid, which is found in sunflower oil, multiple, not only for the good for the health. Okay, so light meat tuna. Tuna is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, this is coming from the sea, as I explained to you a while ago, right? This is unsaturated fatty acid. Okay, so that's why I preferred tuna, sardines rather than corned beef, beef loaf, meat loaf, and sausage inside the can. Okay, because I have no choice. Also, then how can we also prepare tuna like this and fish fresh? There's no fresh here. Okay, I cannot go to the sea and catch fish and then eat directly. That would be more good. Like that, the sea is very far and I cannot do that. Okay, so the only way to do that is to buy canned goods like this. But at least what's inside is more good to the health compared to the other corned beef, beef loaf, sausage because of polyunsaturated fatty acid or rich in omega-3 fatty acid, which is specifically the linoleic acid. Sunflower also have oleic acid, okay? Like that. I don't have to say already the formula, huh? Inject that in your mind and brain. The formulas or acids that I discussed a while ago. Okay, this is gonna be like that. Okay, memory retention helps a lot in passing certain examinations. Okay, like that, it will retain to your brain for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and that's what we call as top knowledge. stock knowledge is also very important in passing certain examinations. Okay, you will not only rely to the instructors, professors. You should have your own stock knowledge. That's why if you are a student right now, you should not rely on your teachers and instructors. You have to go to the library. There is more than what they told you in the classroom. Okay? If the topic is like this, they will discuss only 2 pages in the book. But if you go to the library, you can go beyond 2 pages up to 10 pages. Okay? And you will never regret in the end. Okay? Especially if your courses have an examination or licensure examination or registration examination, something like that, then you will pass. Okay? So devote yourself most of the time in the library, okay, reading books, scanning books, surfing books like that. Okay, you should also listen also, of course, to instructors because that's the you maintain your grades in order to become a scholar. Okay, you'll be undergoing scholarships like that. Okay, especially if you are not really that rich enough like us. We are not belonging to rich family, and then we are just relying on academic scholarships before when I was in uh, method of study to be effective enough. Okay, like that. Okay, and then bring books in your home. For example, when I was in college, I would bring 3 books, 4 books, 5 books in home, and then I borrowed from the library. Aside from my staying regularly inside the library, so it looks like my life, when I was in college, is boring. Okay, but I make it as a challenging one, okay, because anyway, I can still talk with my friends like that. I could still sing also when I go home like that. But really, you have to minimize those things that are not really important at that point. Okay, especially, for example, watching teleseries that much, watching movies that much, going to the cities that much, and going to the malls and the shopping, talking like that to your barcaras, to your friends. You should minimize that one. If you have a target and objective, okay, to become a registered and licensed engineer, something like that, okay? Though we cannot predict because it is a fake, FETE, okay? But the more you will having too much effort, then you will harvest very productive result. Ganon, productive result talaga siya. Okay, this is tuna. Okay, like this. Okay. If I'm trying to be back in my college days, I will try to take courses involve sciences and unique. I don't want to take courses that are not unique. Okay, especially in the modern world, those courses that can be used. Okay, like that, especially when you're turning 40 years old above. Okay, so you are now concerned with your health that much compared to your 20 years old, 30 years old. You don't care. You can eat too much. Okay, whatever you wanted to, something like that. But when you are going older, you are targeting your health impact and healthy lifestyle. Because of course, we also want to stay a little bit in this world. Okay, like that. And if you will abuse your human health, then we don't know diseases will come in, right? Especially those pathogens. Okay, substances are causing diseases. Okay, or carcinogenic foods that have carcinogens. Okay, usually found in canned goods and processed foods. Really. Okay, so that's it. Okay, and we are very clever and smart enough to study the composition of those foods. Even though there's no laboratory here inside my room, I can still study and read, the compositions. I love compositions, okay, chemical substances in relation to physiology and anatomy and epidemiology, okay? What is epidemiology? Again, it is a branch of medical science that deals with the study of disease controls and disease prevention, something like that. Okay, so in that you will know the relation to the anatomy of a person. Anatomy meaning the structures, the liver, the organ, the brain, and the physiology meaning the functions, the way our organs behave inside our body. That's physiology. okay, functions like that. Okay, the anatomy is only on the structure, but we have to study both physiology and anatomy and epidemiology. Epidemiology is more on the disease. Okay, if something happens to the reactions, chemical reactions in your body, you are having more than the substances, carcinogenic substances, pathogens, and what will happen to you? Okay, you can receive chronic diseases such as lung cancer, like that, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So you have to avoid that. Then you need to connect the pure sciences study regarding the physical properties, chemical properties of those, uh, chemical reactions in the body, and also the a little bit of medical issues regarding to the health. Okay, terms, for example, rheumatoid arthritis, pneumonia, bacterial meningitis, blah blah blah. Okay, and fatty liver diseases and fatty liver disease. You also to read something about that also. Okay, the type 2 diabetes. Okay, hypertension. Okay, hypotonic disease. Oh my gosh, there's hypotonic disease. Okay, like that. Okay. So I'll put this to my refrigerator again, and I'll be able to eat this later on. Oh my gosh! Yes, because I love tuna and fish. Okay, but I don't love fish that have so many bones. bones. Okay, because it's very tired to remove the, then it will go to my this one, my esophagus, and like that too much. Okay, I want the, the lean, lean fishes. Okay, the, for example, the Bareilles, okay, the Malapati, the Tulingan, something like that, the Lapu-Lapu, okay? But I don't like bangus with so many bones inside, and I'm very tired to, remove that. Okay, also. Okay, that's it. There's a lot of seafoods, right? Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, the clams, CLUMS, the shells, seashells. Okay, a lot. Okay, the gusto also, the latu, something like that. All in the aquatic environment in the sea, all those contains omega-3 fatty acids. It depends on the level only, but I think the more one is the tuna. Okay, I don't conduct research. I don't measure. I'm just studying the theories and principles behind. It's good also to blog and live stream, right? If you are really doing the experimentation in the laboratory and you can speak directly to your audience. Not like it's always right, but I don't have the equipment and technology to show you to that. Okay, it's better, very, very good to discuss that. Okay, just like in a laboratory to discuss everything like that. You have to share what you do. Step one, step two, step three, step four, like that. How can we obtain the presence of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen in this leaf, LEF, the green leaf of the plants? Because in the green leaf of the plants, there is what we call, okay, in the green pigment, there is what we call the stomata. Okay, stomata, there it goes. It will absorb carbon dioxide like this, and this develops the chlorophyll. Okay, so the green pigment of a leaf, there's a substance called chlorophyll in that, and there's a powerhouse or region where this chlorophyll exists, and that is called chloroplasts. Okay, like that, and then they will get that left and bring that in the laboratory, and they will analyze the composition of the chlorophyll. So how many percent of carbon atoms, how many percent of hydrogen atoms, and oxygen atoms, nitrogen atoms, blah, 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 so on. So, okay, like that's it. It will be better. You will discuss with actual steps to obtain those composition, right? Because, but I don't have that here. If I be given a chance to become, a professor someday in one of the, family university, the school or Philippines, then I can show to everybody also if I can do that also. I love really teaching. When I was in, when I graduated in chemical engineering, there's, a little bit of, I don't want to mention. Okay. So if I'm going to teach like this, just tell them like blah 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 so and so, and it's a big application. But I It never pushed through until this point in time. So my discussion capability, okay, um, is obtained only through, reporting in college and then joining journalism, activities when I was in high school and I was also in college and joining also in being one of the editors in college publication paper and a high school publication paper. There you will develop your skills also in writing those stuffs, okay? Editorial writing, feature writing, news writing, easy writing, slogan making, like that. Everything regarding English, oratorical contest, declamation contest, extemporaneous contest, spelling contest, something like that. So those are coverage of English. If you have a talent also in that subject, then join those several contests regarding that one. Okay, like that. Okay, so that will help a lot also in your personal life. Oh my gosh, personal life talaga siya. Okay, that's it. Okay, I will return this what's this? Tuna light meat. Okay. Oh my god, it's very expensive. I will not try to convert this in Philippine pesos. This is very expensive here. Oh my gosh. But, okay, then I want to show also a good source of carbohydrates. Ta-da-da-da-dun, ta-da-da-da-dun. Oh my gosh, potato galore. Okay, this one, potato. This is a source of potato is one of the examples of starchy foods. We speak about starchy foods, of course, it will release starch when you peel this skin, and then you will be able to cut this, and then you will cook this one, and then you swallow like this, and you taste this like this. There's starchy foods. It contains carbohydrates. So basically, energy giving food. This is a alternative of the RICE, rice. Okay, that's why we have mashed potato, something like that. Okay, so this is energy giving food, have calories also. Okay, of course, CHO is in here. Oh, CHON. Oh my gosh, really, it's in here. Okay, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay, I don't think so with sulfur. I think there's a trace of sulfur somewhere in the analysis in the laboratory, but I cannot prove. Okay, like that. This is potato. Oh my gosh. So you can survive also having one potato in a day, combined with citrus fruits, milk, fresh juices, like that. Okay, like that. I will return now my potato. And this is also a source of French fries. The French is only a method of how they cook. Okay, but that's mainly comes from potato. And French fries coming from fast food is trans fatty acids that's dangerous to the health if you're eating that in excess. Okay, trans fats. Okay, that is very dangerous to our human health more than the saturated fatty acids. Okay, the French fries, the donuts, the microwave popcorn, the Pizza Hut, something like that, the margarine, okay, the coffee cream are those trans fatty acids. Okay, so not the unsaturated fatty acids. Those are dangerous to the health if you try to intake that in your system in excess. Okay, very clear. I will return now the potato in the refrigerator. Gosh, oh gosh. And I have still to show you another, okay, like that. Oh my gosh! Actually, I will show you only one. Oh my gosh! I really love this food. This is yogurt. Yogurt is an energy-giving food. This contains high calories or kilocalories, and it's gonna give us strength also. Okay, this is very good for our immune system, along with the green tea, the nuts, the citrus fruits, and the green leafy vegetables like that. And you can eat this also in your breakfast, in your lunch, in your dinner, even without rice, and you can survive. Okay, it's very clear. This is fresh yogurt. Still have fat the same as milk. Okay, but it's okay because we need also fats in our body, but not on the higher level. Okay, That's why we have triglycerides level in our human body, okay? Because of fatty acids. Oh my gosh, and it's very good, really. Last night I ate this. Okay, I don't eat cabbage, I don't eat rice, and I survive. I sleep properly like that because this really helps. It's very good to the health, really, especially when you're doing your physical exercises, healthy lifestyle of choosing the right food, the right kind of food, selection, and in your body. Then you can. I sleep very well, but I sleep 1 o'clock in the morning because that is, I don't have work. So usually I sleep late. Okay, like that. So even though like that, I can still sleep very, very well. Okay. I coupled with green tea. Okay, like that. When I measured my weight platform, oh my gosh, I have my weighing platform here. This one. Okay. I observed that from 66 kilogram, it's a little bit lower. It's gonna 65.5. Oh my gosh, it's decreasing sequence. Every day decreasing weight. What's happening? Okay, because I maintain 5 days of physical activities in the cricket oval jogging. Okay, like that. So and until such time, I will maintain the weight, and then that's the time I will no longer do the several exercises as long as I can hit the target of maintaining the weight and also my blood pressure. 120 over 80, and it's normal, I think. Okay, like that. And I don't think so this is accurate, but when I go to the clinic, okay, I measured my weight also by using the standard weighing platform made in USA. You know the traditional one, the conventional one. There's a like this. You have to move the weight upside and down, and you to stand on the platform like this. And then when I measured, also it's very near. Okay, it's 66 kilograms also. So meaning to say that this weighing platform is a bit accurate. Okay, based on the benchmarking of the two results that weighing platform from the clinic, and this is commercially weight platform I bought. Okay, I thought this is not what do you call it? This is not precise, okay, or accurate, but it's more or less the same. So this I think this is a little bit accurate also. Okay, so do not be also be afraid that your weight will be changing. Today you'll become low, and then tomorrow you'll become big weight, big weight, high weight, something like that. My gosh. Okay, because there's a fluctuation from 5 to 6 pounds every day, basing on what you eat, the liquids intake, the fluids intake, the water intake, the food intake, plus the weight of your muscles, the weight of your bones, something like that, and the weight of your waist inside your body, something like that. Okay, so you will add that all. That's why it's varying every time. But the fluctuations is will not go beyond 6 pounds or 2 kilograms. Okay, so don't be afraid. That's why the best way or method in obtaining your weight is every morning prior to breakfast. Okay, without eating something, and then you try to weigh your weight. So that's the true weight when you wake up. Okay, I do that once in a while also. Okay, because if you will eat too much and you will weigh, and then normally it will become B. Okay, this plus 2 kilograms and plus 6 pounds, blah blah blah. So answer fluctuations, rise down, rise down, rise down. Okay, so this is yogurt, good for the health. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will turn this ring platform there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm very far now for my topics. Okay, biochemistry and biochemical engineering. Okay, so biochemical engineers, what they do. Okay, I already explained a while ago, right? Okay, so what is really biochemical engineering? Okay, biochemical engineering is a bioprocess engineering that usually uses biological engineering approach to their studies. Okay, their main focus of studies are in the viruses, cells, proteins, and other biological substances to determine the optimal condition of the growth of those substances. Okay, optimal condition of the growth of the substances, and also the inhibitor, how to stop and kill them. Inhibitor meaning the one who slows down the reaction, okay, or the one who will try to slow down the reaction or reduce the reaction or even stop the reaction. So that's inhibitor. That's the opposite of the catalyst. The catalyst is any solid substances or any phases of water substances that will try to increase the rate of the reaction or speed up the reaction even without consuming the substances, or others also will be consumed during the chemical process or chemical reaction. Okay, but we try to put that in a biochemical or biochemistry point of view that would become already, or in our physiological aspect, that would become now as an enzyme. So literally, the same meaning, enzymes will also catalyze reaction and speed up reaction. So enzymes and catalyst. So basically, the catalysts are the general term, and enzymes are specific terms for that. So they have the same functions to catalyze the reaction, speed up the reaction, regular reactions, to produce other substances that are really useful to our human health and for our survival. So most of them are hormones, okay, to control body functions. The relationship between the brain will give message to the different organs in our body. Okay, so hormones are responsible for that, control body functions. Okay, I mentioned that already regarding protein, right? Okay, so those biochemical engineers will conduct laboratory experimentation, okay, like that, to really observe the interaction of various raw materials, okay, with each other. I mean, those substances, right? And then according to its specific environment in which there are physical factors in it. I already discussed also the temperature, the pressure, the volume, the concentration, the humidity. Could it be in the endothermic environment, exothermic environment? Because there are organisms and microorganisms that will not survive in an endothermic environment. Okay, meaning too much cold, and exothermic environment too much hot. So there are microorganisms, okay, that will not survive. Okay, for that also there are a lot of types of microorganisms. In fact, human beings also considered as a microorganism. Okay, organism. Okay, but the highest form of organism. Gosh, we are not micro, sorry, macroorganism. Okay, like that. So under the category also of organism, living organism. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. And what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is a language of biology. Okay, so the language is specifically the same as the reaction. Okay, but not literal, but it's the reaction towards biology. What are those reactions? Of course, it's chemical reactions, right? So biochemistry. This is a study or branch of chemistry or biology, because biochemistry, right? That deals with the study of chemical processes and chemical reactions that occurring within plant and animals. Okay, could it be the insects, the birds, the mammals? Okay, like that, the human being, the organisms, the macro or the microorganisms, a lot. Okay, so if we study the chemical reactions and the chemical processes in that, so that will become biochemistry because of the word chemistry. Okay, like that, there's always been have a reaction. So what's chemistry? It's a branch of science that deals with the study of chemical processes and chemical reactions and the changes it governs. Something like that. So that's chemistry combined with biology. It's a branch of science that deals with the study of plants and animals. So we have botany, we have zoology. Zoology is a study of animals, and botany is a study of the plants. Like in combination to that, that's we call biochemistry. Okay, like that. We have so many branches of biochemistry. Okay, we have plant biochemistry, animal biochemistry, ganon, cell biology, molecular biology, genetics, immunology, metabolism. Okay, like that, a lot, and enzymology. Okay, so you will choose only the topics that you interest the most. Me, I will try to study all of them. because I can relate a little bit all of them, okay? But have to only to enhance and intensify some deep terminologies according to the different interactions also. So we cannot survive without plant biochemistry and animal biochemistry. In that alone, we cannot survive. We will die, okay? Because in the plant biochemistry is very important there, how we survive with our interaction in our uh, ecosystem, okay, right? The interaction of organisms to the nature or God's creation, meaning the planet Earth or the environment, like that we call ecosystem, okay? An interaction between humans or an organisms towards the natural resources or the environment, okay? Like that. Ecosystem biology, right? Okay, so like that. So plant biochemistry, but it's more also exciting to study with immunology. Really, I love it also because in immunology, it's a study under biochemistry. It study the chemical processes and chemical reaction that occurs in the immune system of humans and animals. Okay, so that's very good, right? So talking about the disease defense mechanism, what to do, what to prevent, okay, what to intake, what to take out, expel our body, something like that, and we need to troubleshoot what medicines we're going to use in order for us to be healthy, to survive, to heal completely, like that. So immunology study is very important also. The study of vaccines are under immunology, okay? Vaccination, the discovery of vaccine, whatever vaccines are that's only under one subject in biochemistry, which is immunology, the branch of biochemistry that deals with the study of the immune system of the animals or the human being, because we are considered animals also. And in fact, we're also considered organism as a macroorganism, okay? Highest level form of animal under phylum Mammalia. Oh my gosh, biology. Oh my gosh, talaga. Okay? Like, the immunology is very exciting, right? Okay? So biochemical engineers also study that one. Okay, immunology. Okay, and the enzymology. So this is where chemical engineers are more very familiar with in the enzymology because it's more on the catalysts or the enzymes to speed up the reactions, and we are more a little bit master for that. We need to talk about enzymes. Okay, and enzymology. So that's why we can relate. That's why I told you most of the chemical engineers graduate also can work in the biochemistry industry. Okay, by being a biochemical engineers also in combination with those, medicines, pharmaceutical industries, like that. It's very easy for us to understand because of the chemistry. Okay, the reactions, the processes, and even though there are a lot of terms there, deeper, we don't have because another, of course, and we can easily adopt something like that. Okay, so that is biochemistry. So we need to go one by one, but I think this time will not be enough. It will reach to 1 year. Okay, if I will discuss everything from plant biochemistry, animal biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, enzymology, metabolism, and enzymology. Okay, this metabolism is a separate branch of biochemistry because in here we are discussing the how to expel the waste from the human body, how it can be produced, how can be propagated, something like that, and how can be converted and digested, something like that. So we are more studying the glycolysis also. Glycolysis is Glycolysis is mainly the process of producing glycogen. Okay, and glycogen composed mainly of glucose, 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. So glucose is the important source of our blood. That's why we have blood glucose for the regulation of the insulin level. Okay, and the enzyme there, okay, will be the, not really the enzyme, but I think that's a hormone. Hormone are physically chemical substances or a messenger, huh? That's why I tell you something like that. So hormone is the glucagon. Okay, it's from the word glycogen or glucose. Okay, we study glycoses more for that. Okay, in the metabolism because what is being converted are usually glucose. Okay, or carbohydrates. Okay, and in that we can obtain fats, something like that. So for that CHON, okay, or S chons, okay, CHO plus N plus S sometimes trace only of sulfur contents, traces only, not too much. Okay, because normally we don't have sulfur in our body, right? We can intake only that through plants and animals, like that, in our environment that surround us. Okay, so traces only. Okay, very small percentage the sulfur, but chon is normally in our body. Chon, that's for protein and carbohydrates. Okay, like that. So metabolism. Okay, going now to metabolism. Oh my God, like that. So catabolism separated into two: the catabolism and the anabolism, but all are metabolism. The breakdown of waste inside our body to expel in our excretory system. Okay, catabolism is the breakdown of larger molecules. Okay, into different molecules. So particularly the waste, and then the anabolism is the reverse, the production. Okay, and the generation. Okay, of the molecules. Okay, like that. It is the reverse of the catabolism. So if there is a breakdown, there's also a production or propagation or generation or build-up, okay, like that of those molecules. The molecules referring here usually are the CHON, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and other chemical substances or biological substances inside our body. Okay, that's metabolism. So we mainly study the three: the glycolysis, okay, the anabolism and the catabolism, and the metabolism as one branch of biochemistry. Okay, like that. So genetics also is very interesting, right? Because there will appear the DNA, okay, through the chromosomes, right? 23 chromosome plus 23 chromosomes is equals to 46 chromosomes, blah, blah, blah. Then determining the, XYZ, the gender of the baby, okay, like that. Could it be a boy, could it be a girl, like that? It's under genetics, okay, like that. And also, they considered also the study of the estrogen, okay, like that, the testosterone, the a lot, okay, for male reproductive organ, female reproductive organ, and the hormones for the female and the male, like that. For the male, testosterone, for the female, estrogen, something like that. Okay, binded with androgen binding substances, okay, like that, so that it can produce the hormone sexes of male and female. It's under genetics, right? Okay, the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, and then also in the RNA also, deoxyribonucleic acid, the replication of those, molecules and things to ribosomes. It started with ribosomes, right? Sugar, something like that. And there you can also determine the transcriptions, okay, to determine really if, for example, if that infant or baby belongs to you. So you need to test the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, DNA or RNA is under genetics. It's still under biochemistry subject. Okay, enzymology, and then cell bios, right? We have the cell membrane, we have the uh, mitochondria, we have the nucleus. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? Or it is the region of the cell where there exists something like that. Okay, and then cell membrane, blah blah blah. Okay, the cell biology, the molecular biology. What are those atoms? Oh my gosh, particles like that, a lot. Okay, that's molecular biology. So again, the branches of biochemistry are plant biochemistry, animal biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, okay, genetics, metabolism, enzymology, and immunology. So what we are facing now in the issue and controversy of vaccination is under immunology. Okay, so if immunology subjects are already discussed in our elementary level, in the high school level, and the college level in our curriculum, so there will be no problem about misconception, misinterpretation, and all people will understand really the principles behind vaccination and the vaccine. Now the people doesn't know majority because they don't have knowledge about that. That's immunology science. So for example, if you're going to school, of so that's the time that the teacher will discuss about immunology. So that even though at a young age they understand already what is the function of vaccine, what is the composition of vaccine, how we can obtain that vaccine, how effective is that vaccine. At a very young age, we have already knowledge about that. Okay, what happened now? We are very old, even though that 20 years old, that we doesn't know about really the principle of vaccination. That's why it leads to, misconception, and there's a lot of, biases, there's a lot of confusion, what it's really all about. Okay, because others would try to judge that there's a vaccine that can kill a person. No, there's no vaccine that can kill a person. I will tell you, if you know about immunology, okay, it's the way how they carry the operation or how they apply that vaccine and also to the patient's also condition. Okay, but basing on the theory, if you are under normal circumstances, vaccine will never kill a person. 101% sure. Okay, it will just only kill if the person have symptoms in their lives that they keep on, private. They don't share to the doctors. Okay, they don't share to their colleagues, but deep inside they have diseases. Okay, or any small diseases that could also trigger something. Okay, so there's no vaccine that could kill a person. That's 101% sure. Okay, just verify that in the WHO. Okay, because there are also vaccines that are intentionally created that destroys the purpose of those commercially prepared vaccines because they want to propagate and generate that in the social media because there's a lot of money in social media just like this doing YT channel. So they will upload that, and so many people will watch that, even though that is a false statement, not according to science and health studies. Okay, then they will believe. For example, one people died in Pfizer vaccine. That's not true. Okay, 101% that's not true, really. And then if you found out that the Fox News and the CNN News is trying to claim that that's true, so that's the method, the way how they deliver the news is not true also. Okay, because they are not medical professionals, they are journalists, they are newscasters, they don't have really technical knowledge about the vaccine. Really? So meaning to say that's their only interpretation, wrong interpretation, or they receive from someone else and they mislead the viewers. Or they paid that certain news agency to release the false statements so that people will believe so that that particular vaccine will no longer be sold to the market because there's a lot of competitors. Okay, AstraZeneca, okay, like this, Pfizer, so a lot. So they're competing with each other and they are criticizing also with each other so that this type of vaccine will be gaining more profit and this one also will become low profit. And so they go, this can kill a person. But actually all types commercially prepared vaccines cannot kill a person. 200% sure or 1,000,000% sure. Okay, it is how the way you carry in vaccinating those persons can kill a person. Okay, or the patient receive the vaccine, there's something wrong. Okay, with their health conditions that try to to react with that vaccine, and there's a reaction that made them weak and made their immune system so slow, something like that. But scientifically, vaccine is created not to destroy or to kill person. If there is an issue like that, maybe there's also a group that try to, have a black propaganda, or they created also something like that in the laboratory, okay, that really intentionally to kill person. So another business, and maybe they're hiding like that, because really, if you're trying to have scientific research, and if we talk about pure sciences, a vaccine will never kill a person. Okay, if you try to consider science, if you just reading, you just have the knowledge like that, and try to study the ingredient of those vaccine. Okay, the ingredients are not pathogenic. Okay, okay, they are not deadly. Okay, and then why it will kill a person? The ingredients, the composition of the vaccine. Okay, it's not bad. And then why, if you will apply to the person, it will kill. So there's something wrong to the receiver. Okay, not the vaccine. You know. So for example, this is A, this is B. If we add A and B, there's an interaction, right? If there's something wrong with the B and you let inject this A to the B, even though the A is okay, and then problem will come in. Maybe other will develop diseases if after you inject, but that is not the vaccine. Okay, it is the way how they operate, they carry their vaccination, or that person have already the diseases or symptoms that they'll never, what do you call the one? Reveal to the doctors. Okay, they're just saying that I'm in good health, like that, so problem. Okay, or maybe those are people that have low immune system. Okay, low immune system, weak immune system. Okay, when the vaccine comes in, and then there's a problem. But again, the vaccine is not the problem. Only the weak immune system of that person. So it is not a reason that the vaccine can kill a person. Okay, there's no such like that. Only the situation make it deadly situation, meaning the reaction of the vaccine plus the person. Okay, like because if you want to inject it to a normal person, nothing happens really. I gambled 2 billion pesos for that in front of a normal person without any symptoms of any disease, and I watch here and I will gamble $1 billion. Let's see if that person will die. Okay, but again, mainstream media is doing like that. Those vaccine can kill a person, but it's not true. Social media really false statements. It's not, it deviates scientific research. Imagine how many years the vaccine will be. It runs to 2 to 5 years. Okay, for the study alone. Okay, and another study for the efficacy rate. Okay, years by years. It's not really 1 month, 2 days. Then how come it can kill a person? And after that, they will also approve for certain, medical professionals how true really, and they will also get a sample in the laboratory again to retest the efficacy if it is deadly or not. Okay, and then if it will release to the market, if something wrong there, that's not the vaccine. It's the way how they carry the operation or blah 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 or the application. Okay, it's not really the vaccine show 100% or 2,000%. Okay, that's under immunology. Okay, the study of chemical processes and chemical reactions to the immune system of organisms or the living cells. Okay, or the human lives or the animals. Okay, like that. So remember, the vaccine is studied and experimented for at least 2 to 5 years. Okay, so no problem for that. It's the problem of the people. The actions of the people are the problem. The behavior, the character of the people, the personality of the people behavior. But the vaccine alone, it's not deadly, it's safe. Okay? Clear if we're talking about scientific research and science, okay? But if it is played along with conspiracy, okay, political issues, or criticizing others just to uplift their business and try to downgrade other business competition, we will do something to criticize other, vaccine producing companies. That's the story there. But it's not. It's no longer about science, right? It's already, business strategy, okay, or media strategy, okay. Media strategy and business strategy is not part of science. Science, or pure sciences, is really a research proven in the laboratory to be effective. Now, something happened there when those products are released. It's no longer in science. Those people are governing with those products are the problem. Okay. Understand? Very clear. Going, my gosh. So I will return now to this. I don't believe really in social media telling that once somebody dies, blah, 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 so really, and then somebody like doing seizures, shaking movement in the vaccine are being, like that. Because we don't know really, unless they can show us in the first step how they do that, step two, how you do that, step three. Media also are showing after the effect already. Okay, the patients are already, on the bed. Okay, and telling story. They cannot move like that. But in the actual situation, on the first step, how they do the vaccine, it's not being shown, right? Correct or not? The way how they do the vaccination is not being shown to the audience in the TV. So that we can really prove, okay, that that's really happening when the vaccine is being inserted. But it's not like that. We already saw, and the discussant is telling somebody like this, blah, 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 and then the patient is already in the bed. So impact already, consequence already. We cannot investigate already how it is true or not. Okay, we are only seeing the effect, the impact, and the consequence, but we don't know from the beginning how they do it, how they carry that vaccination. Is that person really is healthy before receiving the vaccine? Something like that. Issues like that related to science, okay, should be considered, not only believing right away in the social media, the telling something like that that's daily known. It's not. Okay, unless me personally saw in the first step, second step, third step, how they carry the vaccination, and somebody died immediately or somebody have symptoms, then I will believe. But if I don't see, okay, I will not believe, because based on science and scientific research, vaccine cannot kill a person. Okay, period. Okay, now we'll return this. Okay, and it's a very hot issue also. If somebody will upload video regarding vaccine can kill a person, then so many people will watch. So their channel will grow and they can earn money for that. That's business also. Okay, as I said earlier, business is not related to science. Okay, because science is always backed up with proof and evidence through laboratory experimentation. Okay, but the way how you deliver the report, how you upload it, then that's another story. Okay, like that. So that's immunology, under biochemistry. Okay, talking about vaccines and vaccination. Okay, like that. Oh, I'll return my fruits, citrus fruits. Oh, blah, oh my gosh. I love to eat granada. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello guys. I'm discussing you. I will discuss later the adenosine triphosphate. I will show you chemical reactions and the chemical structures of those adenosine triphosphate under direct light interactions with the sun. Okay, electron transport process, right? This is the transfer of electrons from the sun to the to the chlorophyll, something like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will draw something. Oh my gosh, I need to draw something to discuss the molecular structure of the adenosine triphosphate, how it can be converted to adenosine diphosphate, like that, so introducing a phosphate group in a chemical reaction. The ambition also was really, the mechanics of this chemical reaction, some other way. Oh my gosh, it's that. Oh, it's here. Oh, coffee, my God. I love coffee, oh my gosh. Woo! See? Oh my gosh, I love doing this. Oh my gosh. Okay, like that. I will tell you a story. Even though I am doing my vacation before, I always read books, really. And then, I read, like, even though I'm already, like, okay, not a student, but still I'm acting also as a student. Even though before I don't have a writing channel, okay, I don't have Facebook account, Twitter account, still, this is already a culture of mine. I still read some information in the books. I have so many books in my room also, that's why in one cabinet and I open it, I read my notes like that. Okay, I found it interesting and also read sometimes, if I confused with, basic physical properties of a certain substance, then I have to look at in my chemical engineer's handbook. Okay, my chemical engineer's handbook is very old, but even though up to now, when I go to the Philippines or, I'm doing my vacation, I still read some of those topics in my chemical engineer's handbook because my, learning will not stop really. Okay, because learning is a continuous process. And sometimes also if there are terms that I don't understand also, I have to research that in the dictionary. I have also my dictionary, okay, in my room. Okay, Webster dictionary and a computer dictionary I have also in my room. In fact, I also read, information regarding computers, okay, like that in what do we call that? Britannica Encyclopedia. Like this, the books are, I love reading too much. Really, that's why I have this I have this glass in my eyes. Okay, I love to, I am not extrovert. I am introvert. I'm not outgoing. I am, I'm not really loving outgoing. I'm okay, focusing myself. Solitaire. And solitaire, the only game in town. Ganon. Harry Carpenter's song. Okay, I am most convenient when I am alone. Okay, and I'm much very stronger when I'm alone. Okay, like that. Because my partner is always God within me. Okay, because they will never judge you or who you are. Okay, like that. And until now, he's my best friend. Okay, something like that. And he's the provider in everything, even though you have no close friends, but in him alone, you'll be happy. Okay, something like that. So there's no, misinterpretations, judgments, biases, or whatever. So in him alone. So that's why I'm solitaire. Okay, SOLITER. I am, more on introvert, not extrovert. I'm an outgoing person. I also go with my friends sometimes, but not that type of person. Okay, I'm a family-oriented person also. I spend my time with my family, but not all the time going outside. Okay? I prefer to be in home. Okay, like that. So not only that, because I am in a OSH, occupational safety and health profession, because the more you'll be at home, you are safe also. Because the more you go out, the more you receive the pollution, water pollution, air pollution, land pollution. Not only that, the more you will meet accident if you are exposed outside. If you are walking and then body, there's a car behind you and you'll be hit by a car. Okay, and there's a shooting and you will be also an accessory of that shooting. The bullet will go to your body. Then if you stay at home, it will happen to you. No, 80% up will never happen to you. Or if you are a girl, you will be raped if you're going outside in your home. So there's a lot of hazards and risks if you are going outside. Remember that one. There's also a lot of posters from companies in Saudi Arabia that, it falls on the cliff and all die in Jubail, industrial city. See? So because they love to go in the city to buy something or whatever. So the more you expose yourself outside, the more there are hazards and risks outside compared to your room inside or you are alone, something like that. That's me, huh? I will never force you to be like me also because you have your personality, you have your behavior, you have your character to do that. Maybe I'm just like this. Okay, so I'll rather, read books, okay, and read notes, and surf websites, watching videos, sciences, mathematics, whatever, okay, like that. Okay, especially health sciences, medicals, whatever. My favorite websites are WHO and okay, like that. because those are doctors, surgeons, medical professionals, scientists. Okay, a lot of engineers there also, and also I love to go to the website of astronomy. Okay, where there's a video of astronaut going to different planets. Something I enjoy watching that kind of movies also. Not really movies, documentary related to planetary science. I love that also. Okay, and also for this, epidemiology, got medicines like documentary, like that. It's very helpful for me also because I learned to. I would like to share that also in the YT channel. But even before I don't have a YT channel, I love to read. Okay, something like that. Okay, like that. And most of all, if I am a person that will never read, okay, I will never pass the board exam of chemical engineering. Okay, really, it's reading that made me pass in the particular examination. Okay, reading plus stock knowledge plus memorization plus preparation. Okay, actually, some theories coming there are already stock knowledge of mine when I was in high school. Oh my gosh. It will just come back during the examination. Because stock knowledge are just like that, especially chemistry. Basic chemistry are already in the high school or even in the elementary. It will just more develop in your college. Then if you forget those stock knowledge, you will be lost. Some because in college no longer discuss everything about theories and concepts. You go directly most of the time to that problem solving. Okay, they are very busy doing the problem solving, forgetting the basic concepts, theories, which is the backbone of those problem solving. Really, okay, the theories 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. I observed that in my college also. Okay, most of the engineering students are focusing on the problem solving. Okay, they forgot to memorize or to understand the different physical chemical separation processes, how it governs, how to be like that, and they forget because they don't love theory. Okay, they love only problem solving because they are good in mathematics. Okay, most of engineering students are very, very good in mathematics except me. Charot. Really? Ano yun? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you frankly, I'm not good in mathematics. I'm just average, okay? And I can develop it, okay? I'm telling only that those times when I was in college, not really most of them are focusing in problem solving. Okay, they forget to extract the basic concepts and theories behind those topics because it's in there. You will understand. Okay, they will go more on the examples 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They will master too much. Very good, really. I was shocked how they solve the problems, like the blah blah blah. So also really, really very good. Okay, like that. But we forget sometimes also the most basic. Okay, like that. Because I remember in the examination, lanolin, lanolin under linoleic acid, right? I discussed to you. So there's a question like that. Blank is an oil, blah blah blah, A, B, B, C. And you never taught in college also. If you're just reading that one, you can answer. A lot of science trivia questions also in the second day of examination, which is the physical and chemical principles. Day 2. Oh my gosh. Day 1 is the general engineering examination, talks about mathematics, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, differential equation, advanced engineering mathematics, the probability and statistics. Okay, like the differential equation, the integral calculus, the differential calculus, like that. Okay, and the mensuration, analytic geometry and mensuration. Okay, day 2 will be physical and chemical principles, talking about pure sciences. Okay, exact biology. We don't study biology in chemical engineering. That's why I really love now to focus on the bio part because we never touch biology when we are in chemical engineering. We touch only a little bit of human lives, but we don't touch for the cells, the nucleus, the membrane, the mitochondria, blah blah blah. Okay, the mutation. Mutation is very useful in vaccination, right? Mutation is discussed in biology. Mutation. Okay, the duplication of different blah 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 chromosomes, blah blah blah, like that. So I missed that part. That's why I really love to study biochemistry. Okay, like that. And Only in the second two, the physical chemistry one, physical chemistry two, we have the quantitative chemistry, qualitative chemistry, we have the chemical process industries, like that. Okay, those are organic chemistry one, organic chemistry two, and biochemical engineering, like that. In fact, we don't study biochemistry, we study only biochemical engineering. Okay, but it depends also on the university, maybe, or it depends only the instructors really. If the instructors are really resourceful and will try to share beneficial and significant academic information to students or their students, then it will be also learned, right? Like it depends also pala. Dependent the way they discuss the topics and lessons behind those, topics. Okay, my gosh, like that. Okay, so that's it. So that's a third day is the chemical engineering major examination, talking about what's the good one? Uh, Industrial chemical process control. I don't think so. The chemical reaction engineering, the kinetics. Okay, the unit operation one, the flow and flow or the transport phenomena. Okay, the mass transfer, the heat transfer, the distillation, the crystallization, the filtration, the momentum transfer, like that, the chemical kinetics, chemical reaction, and a whole lot more. And also fluid dynamics are part of the third day chemical engineering major examination. Talking about physical unit operations, unit 1 to unit 5. Unit 1 will have an equivalent. For example, unit 1 that is momentum transfer, mass transfer, or transport phenomena. That. Okay, unit 2 we're talking about on the screening, crystallization, filtration, like that, and all about what do you call that one? Condensation, sublimation, evaporation, like that, and then also heat transfer by conduction, by convection, and by radiation. It's also covered in that subject in Unit 2. Maybe. Unit 3 will be the, Unit operations 3 will be more on the, what they call it, OMB, overall material balances, like that. Okay, and then the physical and chemical separation processes, a lot, right? I cannot discuss everything, including distillation, I think so. But it depends on the numbering. Actually, the most important there are not really the numbering. It's really the subjects of the, for example, unit operation one and the coverage for that are the most important ones you have studied. Okay, like the screening is under unit one, I think so. Screening for the particles to go in the conveying equipment. Okay, basically, cement industry is our unit one chemical engineering regarding the particle size diameter, like that, the particles that will go to the different conveying systems or bulk solid conveying systems. That's unit operation one, I think so. Okay, and then a lot too difficult to consider. My gosh, and there's a lot more on the diffusion rate, like the computation, and thermodynamics also. Thermodynamics is under chemical engineering. Thermodynamics 1 and 2. 1 and 2 or 4? I forgot. My gosh. Like that. You'll enjoy the most out of that, okay? For those topics. And I love really to study going back. Okay, okay, like that. It does not mean because I have a YT channel, I have to go study, but really I want to learn more. Oh my gosh, like that. Okay, so the Haber process, ammonia, production of ammonia is under, what's that? Under chemistry only, right? General chemistry or general chemistry too. So there's also topic in general chemistry that will come in the physical chemistry because that is, what do you call that one? That's really needed to study that one. Prerequisite. You can never study that one if you will never pass this subject. Prerequisite because most of the physical chemistry deals with the basic in general chemistry, something like that. Okay, so that's it. Okay, going back to my topic, which are the biochemistry and the biochemical engineering. Oh my gosh, what time now? Time check brought to you by Powdered Alaska Milk 96.3 W Rock. Gosh, sorry. I have to end now my live streaming. That's too much. Okay, I cannot discuss one by one, right? Too much time will be taken. Okay. From the cell structures alone, it will reach to how many hours discussion, really, and also for the enzymology, genetics, like that overview only. My gosh, sometimes it's very self-explanatory if you talk about cell biology. That's cells talking about cells. Then research for yourself. What are those cell structures? Okay, like that. My gosh. The molecular also. You know the molecules already, right? It's related to chemistry, right? So they're basically particles, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, positrons, photons, and the neutral charge neutrons. Okay, those are molecular, right? Then, of course, if you speak about molecules, there are the nucleus. Okay, the nucleus of a molecule. So you will understand that more if you study about molecular biology, plus the interaction with human lives and uh, animals, right? Because that is molecular biology. Bio kasi eh, okay? When we speak about bio, it's talking about life really, okay? Life of organisms. Could it be a macroorganism or a microorganism? Okay, microorganisms are those smaller, organisms like viruses, bacteria, fungi, something like that, and germs. And the macro, those are can be seen in our naked eye, like the human being, the zebra, the dog, the cats, the snakes, like that, the crocodile. Oh my gosh, those are macroorganisms, okay? So macroorganisms and microorganisms are just living organisms, okay? Both of them will survive getting energy from the sun through the process called photosynthesis, okay? So all of us organisms, including the non-speaking animals, can gain the adenosine triphosphates or the food that we intake during the process of photosynthesis. Oh my gosh. All no excuse, even though the frog, the snake, the birds, like that, what others, camel, like as the lamb, what lamb? Really? Sheep, the cow, the goat, cat, everything survive because of this reaction, photosynthesis. Okay, without this photosynthesis, all of us will die because this is the main source of energy to all living organisms. Okay, we use it every creatures, whether animal, whatever animals. Okay, use energy from the sun. Okay, to produce this food for us to survive. Okay, remember the cycle. Also, we have the parasitism, commensalism, you know that one in biology, right? It's a cycle also. Okay, then this person I will eat meat, and then this meat will eat the insects. Like the blah, it's a circle. Remember that one? And the mosquito. Okay, the mosquito will like this. Then the cat will eat the lizard, something like that. And then this one will eat like this. So a lot of processes, right? So we will eat also the animals because we are also sometimes called as, carnivore. You remember that one? Carnivore, herbivore, like that. Okay, in biology. Okay, it's very interesting, right? Okay. Carnivorous. Oh my gosh, herbivorous. Like that. Let's review that also. Then it will be explained properly why we eat meat. Okay, because if you think this logically, those animals also have the right to live, right? And then why we kill them? Okay, if God created them, they have the right to live in our planet Earth. Then why we kill them? So there's no justice in their part. If they will just leave and we will kill them and eat them, right? So that's where the philosophy comes in because through that cycle we need to survive. That's why we kill them. through, biology. Like that's the reason behind. Because if we just keep on thinking like this, we don't kill them because they have also the right to live. Okay, the crocodile has the right to live. The frog has the right to live. The snake has the right to live. And then why we will kill them? So there's no justice in their part. Okay, something like that. You understand the point? Okay, there's a chicken. The chicken also have the freedom to live, to be happy in this planet Earth. Then why we will kill them and eat them? Okay, that's the question. Because that's part of the biological process cycle that in order for us to survive, something like maybe this chicken also ate another animals, then in order for them to survive, something like that, until it goes the cycle, something like that. Okay, earthworm like this will eat something like this, the insects will eat like this, blah blah blah, so and so. Cockroach. The cockroach also will be eaten by the mouse, like that, okay? It's just a cycle, and then the cockroach also has the right to live, and the cockroach also will eat this mosquito or worm. We don't know, like that, okay? So those are microorganisms, all organisms, sorry, organisms including us, okay? Human beings, okay? Like that. It's very interesting, right? Study those mechanics, why we eat this, and this one will eat this. Very enjoyable also, right? Okay. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. If you think you like this video, you can like, you can comment, or you can share to anybody else if you want to. And then you can collect the notification bell of I Am a Singer, Eternal Voice, Sotero. Bye-bye. God bless everybody. See you later in my next vlog, in the next live streaming. Thank you so much for my revenues are keep on rising. My gosh, thank you so much. The more you will do a lot of videos, then your revenues will also become high. Okay, not really that you need more audience to watch your videos. It's the number of videos that really made your revenues little go higher. Okay, like that. It's not really that high. At least I have revenue. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support, guys. This is Singer Eternal Voice. God bless everybody. Bye bye. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hello, guys. Oh my gosh. Kung talaga mga intro. Hello, guys. Talaga. Kung taba.